Hey there, Gemini. How are you? We're going to get started on your tarot reading for the month of November. Gemini, let's begin your reading by choosing a tarot deck. And I'm pretty sure I want to use this one right here. I just got done with Sagittarius and I'm moving on to air signs. And you're the very first one that I'm starting with. This is the Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck. This is what it looks like. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Gemini. No, not this one. Sorry, guys. As you can see, I am standing. It's working for me. This is what I do for a living, guys. So I'm so far what I've always done is, of course, the obvious. I'm sitting down, right, while doing readings. But gosh, that really limits, it restricts and it limits me. And I feel like I can't really move my legs, it cuts the circulation to my legs. And overall, it can get somewhat uncomfortable. And well, I'm trying out, doing readings now standing. And guys, I really love it because I can move. You see, I have this freedom to move, to stretch. For those of you that have been watching me for, some time, maybe you've noticed that I get quite restless and jittery. I, also start pulling on my clothes and my hair when that happens because while I'm doing a reading, I get overstimulated. And well, when I'm standing, the energy just kind of seems to, flow more naturally. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the sign of Gemini. This is your psychic tarot reading for the month of November. Let's take a look at the present energy. This is a general read, guys, so it's going to resonate with you in any given area of your life. It might be love. I mean, it's a general reading. It could resonate with you in love. Most likely it will be career, work, but really it will resonate with you in your own unique way, okay? All right, show me the present moment. Show me the present moment. I'm seeing like a sheet. It like reminds me of silk, maybe silk, or is it polyester? That kind of looks like silk. I'm not sure. And it is like a blue, greenish kind of color. All right. The present moment, Gemini, is the puffin. This is the Fool. Childlike wonder, trust, and freedom. So look at this. Look at this. Look at what we have at the bottom of the deck. Isn't this energy just so cute? The Peking duck. It's the Sun card. Yeah, triumph, bliss, hard work creates good luck. Look at this. Like you have... Listen, you need to keep this up. Whatever this energy is, like keep it up. Many of you find yourself on a new path, on a new journey. And who knows how you were before. In a minute, we'll take a look at the past. But in the present moment, I see you really just embracing this and just saying, you know what, perhaps I surrender to whatever's happening right now. I am welcoming, this perhaps new experience, and keeping an open mind, and I'm staying optimistic about it, which does what? It just creates, it makes this a much better experience, guys. So I love this. You seem to be in a very positive and an upbeat, nice energy, which I feel others are really going to notice and appreciate, okay? I also feel like being in this energy, guys, is going to bring you a lot of good luck. It's going to allow things to happen for you in a more effortless way. Childlike wonder, trust, and freedom. All right, so that's the present moment, guys. Again, I'm just seeing this as you on this perhaps again new path. I see you learning a lot of new things. Do know that this is a time for you to just keep a light energy, not try to control anything too much, because when you do, you will be limiting and restricting yourself. This is a time for you to let go, to try new things, and to always try to remain positive no matter what comes your way. Okay, the sun and then the Fool. This is wonderful, guys. I see you working very hard as well with this Sun card, and I do see that paying off. So look at that, my dear Gemini. It's almost like I'm seeing you like walking. It's like for many of you, this might not even be necessarily a new path. There might not be anything, you know, particularly new going on with you, but I do feel that the new energy, at the very least, okay, it's coming from your state of mind, okay? Like your approach, the way that you are choosing to experience life, this moment right now. And that in itself is, you know, bringing in a lot of fresh new energy, which is incredibly positive. So look at that. I see you laughing, joking around a lot more, being silly. And I'm hearing, and the good thing is that I see other people laughing, okay? So you're being silly, but other people are taking well to it. They're not laughing at you. I'm hearing they're laughing with you, right? Look, like the puffin's doing something silly and this duck's like, ha, 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 you know? So I do see people, I'm hearing, participating with you in, you know, whatever shenanigans you have going on. Beautiful energy, guys. Look at that. There might be a kid for some of you that's bringing like a lot of joy into your life. There might as well be a kid that is like more positive and a better energy. And overall, I just see you getting along. Pretty much what I'm saying is that I see you getting along with everybody, regardless of what's going on. And I keep saying that because if I'm stressing it, is because maybe it wasn't like that before. We'll see. What's your biggest challenge? What's your biggest challenge this November, this time around, my dear Gemini? What is your biggest challenge? Why am I seeing a reptile? What is your biggest challenge? Woo. What's your biggest challenge right now? What's your challenge, my dear Gemini? And I'm seeing like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is your biggest challenge. This is so funny because, look, it's the gorilla. The gorilla. That's your biggest challenge, the gorilla? Interesting. All right. So the gorilla, the way that I see the gorilla is about asserting yourself. It's about dominance. It's about saying this territory, you know, is mine, and, you know, don't overstep this. This is, don't overstep this line. Don't cross this line, or this is who I am. You respect me. You know, that's kind of like this gorilla energy. It's a gentle, gentle strength, but it's in a challenged position. So I'm seeing this as perhaps, you know, the shadow of the gorilla, the negative traits, which would be that of being overly dominant or overly assertive, trying to you know, control and enforce things, and well, that's your biggest challenge this time around. Do you see how it goes? Like, this is you in the present moment. Like, I feel like this needs to be you. You need to be friendly. And I see you being that. I see you being friendly. I don't see you being difficult. I'm not saying that you are difficult, okay? I just see you being like this ray of sunshine. I see you being funny. I see you laughing. I see you having this lighthearted energy, and it's working for you because I'm hearing, look, it's giving you this full energy. It's in a sense, like right now I'm seeing a door open for you, like this path is opening up for you. It's an unknown path, meaning that, being in this, being this ray of sunshine is not necessarily, giving you a glimpse of what is going, what this energy, keeping this energy is going to do for you. It's like, you don't know, sometimes like, okay, let me just do this. And, you know what's going to happen. Like you expect a certain outcome. With the Fool, it says, you can't expect anything, okay? You can't expect a certain result. So I'm feeling like there's a lesson here, like a major lesson for you guys about, I'm hearing not about doing the right thing or doing what's right without, knowing that you're going to be rewarded for it. Now, gorilla is your biggest challenge. So I feel like this is, it's going to be hard for you, perhaps, to always, be this ray of sunshine, to always, be this easygoing individual that doesn't take things too much to heart or too seriously, that doesn't allow certain things to, bring them down or to anger them even. I feel like that's going to be a challenge because you might, you might have a tendency, or you might feel the need for whatever reason to, assert yourself. And when you have to assert yourself, okay, it's because maybe you feel like others are crossing, they're overstepping their boundaries, and that might be the case. That might be the case, but it's like I'm thinking about this gorilla out in nature, like the behavior of this gorilla. There's this Japanese gorilla, guys, that I love. He's pretty famous. You might have heard of him. His name is Shabani. I believe that's the way you pronounce his name. I'm not really sure. Shabani. And he's quite popular on YouTube. He's this magnificent creature, truly, guys. He's actually the most beautiful gorilla I've ever seen. And his personality and the things that he does, I can sit there and watch him, for a long time, and I just, I'm just have a smile on my face because it's entertaining, and it's a beautiful sight to see. And something that I've noticed about him is that he's very calm, he's very assertive, and he doesn't have to, be mean or beat up the other clan to show his power and his strength and his dominance. In fact, he seems very chill. Very chill. Just the simple way that this gorilla carries itself is self-respect, right? He doesn't have to do anything. It's all about how it is that you carry yourself. And I brought up Shabani because there was this little, I don't know, what do you call them? Monkeys? I don't know, like the smaller male gorillas. I'm not sure. There's this Shabani is in a zoo, okay, and there's other little gorillas there, and one of the small male gorillas was playing around and got in front of Shabani, the dominant, the silverback gorilla there that's in charge, and went like this. He beat his chest in front of him, and that is like you're showing your dominance, I believe, when a gorilla does that. It's like kind of like a warning, or maybe sometimes it could be a warning, or it could just be like a sign, like, look, I can do something, whatever. They're just asserting themselves a little bit, and Shabani just kind of like looks at him like okay, whatever, and then the little monkey just goes running. So that kind of has to be you. There's going to be, other, monkeys around you, okay, that are not at your level, we could say. Or maybe it's not even about that, okay? That will try, to assert themselves with you. But listen, you shouldn't, don't feel the need to assert yourself. Like, don't play that game. Just like watch it and like let it be. You don't start unnecessary conflict. And I'm hearing most of the time it's not even you. It's not going to be you that's starting this conflict. It might be somebody else. I'm hearing, but who cares if it's somebody else? It doesn't mean you have to participate, okay? Because you just need to know your strength. You need to know your power. And that's the thing about the gorilla. Like, the gorilla knows its capabilities, and there's this self-respect, okay, this quiet and gentle self-respect. They're actually incredibly peaceful creatures. So you see, that is your biggest challenge, being, perhaps the light side of the gorilla. So that's the advice that I have for you, okay? Like, listen, you have to, and the gorilla as well is in a position of leadership, right? So, in order to be in a position of leadership, you have to, which means what? When you're in a position of leadership, you have the respect of others. People trust you, right? They trust you, and they have your respect. But it's not just given. A lot of times it needs to be earned, like with the gorilla. And where was I going with this? Sorry, guys. My mind, I had a brain fart there. There was something there was a point I was making. Hold on a second. This is your energy, Gemini. Like, things come and they go. It's very flighty energy. I was going to say something about that, okay? Yeah, like, if you're in a position of leadership, it's, there's a responsibility there. You have the respect and you have the trust of others. So there's a certain, way that you are expected, we could say, to behave, right? There's a certain way you are expected to behave. There's a certain way, there's certain qualities a leader has, and one of them is self-control. One of them is not abusing its power. It's this gorilla personified, pretty much, guys. This gorilla personifies power, strength, leadership, and gentleness all in one. So that needs to be you, okay, my dear Gemini. Let's take a look at the past. Let's take a look at the past, and looking into the past is going to give us insight into how it is that we got to the present moment, okay? As well, it could be illuminating, right? Let's see. Let's take a look at the past, the recent past, the past in general that is of significance. We have the fox. Interesting. Without even, looking further into the card, just the fox itself is a tricky energy. It's a trickster, the fox. It is. It's cunning. It's a trickster. And let's see what it says. The Knight of Wands. Okay. Fortunate, passion, and leadership. Look at that. So this is the past. Interesting. Something that's standing out to me is that this card said that one of the keywords here is leadership. And look at the way this box looks. Like, look at the eyes. Like, I don't know. Gosh, I need to find a way to be able to zoom in with this camera. I don't know why it doesn't do it. It's very frustrating. But look, you're able to see the face expression. It kind of looks like sad. And this Knight of Wands, like, I'm thinking about a knight, I'm thinking about the knight that wants to prove himself. Like, they're going off, onto battle, and they're wanting to prove themselves. So I feel like this is you in the past, my dear Gemini, having a very strong desire to want to, I don't know, like, prove what you can do, what you're capable of. And I feel like you really put your all perhaps into something. I'm hearing a certain cause or something that you were going after, this Knight of Wands, and you did so with a lot of passion. And yeah, I see you really putting your all into it. But again, like, both of these cards, right, we could say are representative of leadership, but more so the gorilla, right, just shows those qualities. Like, we could say it more, you could see those qualities more in balance in the gorilla than with the fox. I don't know. When I see a fox, I don't necessarily think leadership, although it does say that. So now again, when I see the fox as well, I think about like the Seven of Swords. And in fact, I've seen, I have a lot of tarot decks, and many times the fox in a tarot deck is used to depict, a slyness, a trickster. So I'm just seeing this fox as you perhaps going about, like your approach was not necessarily the proper one. There might have been some trickery there, and you're a trickster. Yeah, you are, Gemini. Yeah, you are. I know about you. I know about you. You are, what is it, Loki? You're Loki. Yeah, you are. You're the trickster. That's like your shadow. You are. So, yeah, in the past, I'm just seeing this as you like, going about the way you were going about things. Let's just say, just the way that you were going about things. Let's get another card. I'm hearing it's like trying to get something, I don't want to say for all the wrong reasons, but there was like an element missing there, guys. And look, I feel like that element that's missing is that gentle strength, which all leaders have, of not having to dominate or to not having to dominate. Black Swan, the Nine of Swords. You see how it's a black swan, and I'm talking about like this is actually a shadow. This is a shadow. You were doing some sly things. You're doing some tricky things. This could also be like, okay, this is what I want, and I'm going to go after it. And I'm not saying it's not yours, and I'm not saying you're not deserving. But sometimes, things I'm hearing are denied. Sometimes we don't get exactly what we want, not because we're not deserving, but because we're not ready for it yet. And the reason we're not ready for it yet is because there's still things, okay, that we need to learn. Our character, I'm hearing, still needs to develop, needs to expand, okay? And I feel like that's what is happening with you, has been happening with you. I feel like you've been, I'm hearing slowly, or maybe not slowly, morphing into developing into like this gorilla energy. So for many of you, look up the gorilla spirit animal, the gorilla spirit guide, and let it guide you in whatever mission it is that you're on. So yeah, you see, black swan. It's not a white swan, right? It's a black one. So it's like highlighting the shadow of it. And it's the Nine of Swords. It says mental anguish, shadow self. Hello. And it says time heals. So pretty much I see you not like necessarily getting what you wanted here in the past, okay? But listen, don't let that, and I feel like for many of you, you might have gotten really down, like, hard on yourself, and maybe this even exposed, certain shadow aspects of your personality that maybe you weren't aware of, or, that just needed some attention. And that is all good, guys. That's not negative. It might feel like a negative experience, but overall it's something incredibly positive because you are gaining awareness. So, yeah, that's the past, guys. Some shadow work happening there. I do see you being somewhat, conflicted. I do see some stress, you being a little bit down, the hard times, perhaps, and maybe even feeling somewhat ashamed or like embarrassed, or there's like this. I feel like your self-worth, okay, was certainly highlighted because look at this fox, like it has like all of this is it's red. So, when somebody feels shy or they're embarrassed or something, all of this, their cheeks get like there's a blushing there. So that's the past, which it goes very well with the overall message, doesn't it? So let's take a look at the present moment. Let's get one card, although I feel like the present moment is this Fool and this Sun card, which is just saying, you know what, Gemini, who cares about this, okay? Who cares? Look at the positive. This was an opportunity for you to grow, and I feel like you did, because look, now you're in this Fool and this Sun energy. It's saying don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive. And it's also saying this is your time to shine. I feel like you weren't able to shine, okay, in the past the way that you could have. But guess what? At this moment, you're very much shining, okay? And it has everything to do with a certain, I'm hearing mentality, a certain perspective, a certain attitude it is that you have, which is really working for you. I'm hearing, but there could be a tendency perhaps to get overly confident, okay, with this Seven of Wands, okay? Or feeling, like maybe, again, people are, maybe overstepping. All right, so let's take a look at the present moment. I just want to look at it very briefly with one card. Present moment, just one card, Holy Spirit, just one card. All right, we have the Woodpecker, the Eight of Swords. And then we have, like this other one here, you see, both of these cards I pulled out is the Owl. Again, it goes very well with the message, okay? Look, the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords, it does talk about, there's like, there's this, there's a need for a different perspective with the Eight of Swords. Self-imposed prison. You see, so these are limitations and these are restrictions, okay, that you yourself, I'm hearing, are creating. And then we have the Moon card. Seeing through the shadows, psychic power. Do you see how all of this flows, guys? So this is the present moment. And again, it has everything to do with this shadow, guys. You see, you're doing so well. This Sun card as well is like, this is self-love, this is self-worth, this is self-respect. At the present moment, there is, some negative thoughts, I guess we can say. That's what it is. That's the Moon card and then the Eight of Swords. There's certain negative thoughts, there's certain negative perspectives that are, creating issues and problems, guys. And these are all shadow aspects of your personality, okay, that, could certainly, okay, will be creating obstacles, limitations, and restrictions for yourself. And we could get a glimpse into what this is, guys, simply by looking at the challenge position, which is this gorilla. So what could cause somebody to feel like they have to assert themselves, okay? Or like they have to dominate a situation and like abuse their power maybe a little bit. When you feel like that's being done to you, when you feel like people are abusing their power, maybe you feel like somebody's disrespecting you, do know, okay, that those are all things, okay, that perhaps triggers, okay, that you have that really need, some awareness and that need to be released and let go, because if the Moon is here, it says that these are just It's not really what's going on. It's just much, especially with the Eight of Swords, is what you are perceiving, perhaps because of past experiences. Okay, so there's a need, I'm hearing, to release the past and whatever happened there. Okay, present moment. Now let's take a look at how things are going to be developing and moving forward for you. Okay, how are things going to be developing and moving forward? This is foresight for you, my dear Gemini foresight. What can we leave my dear Gemini with? This is future. This is how, you can expect this situation to be unfolding. That is the Lovers. Hotzing. Is that how you say that? Hotzing? Love in all forms. So I feel like this is about the relationships in your life, guys. I'm hearing this is about always making the decision or making the choices that are going to benefit, okay, positively impact the relationships in your life. Any relationship, no matter what, I'm hearing, not just at work, not just in your personal life or like with family, all relationships in your life, okay? I feel like need this approach. We could say love in all forms, commitment and choices. So I see you making a commitment, okay? A commitment, I'm hearing, to, build better relationships. That's wonderful, guys. Isn't that wonderful? We're closing your reading with the Lovers. This is all about building good relationships, guys. Love in all forms. I'm hearing, knowing that, we're all different. Everybody's different. You're different. Everybody's different. And I'm hearing in every one relationship is going to require one approach. And then this other relationship that you have over here is going to require a different approach. I'm hearing it's all about, the right energy with the right group of people, with different groups of people. Commitment and choices. Wonderful, guys. I look at that. I see you being willing and being open and making good decisions here to keep your relationships in good standing and to keep the harmony there, guys. And I think that's the best thing that you can do, okay? Because from the very beginning with the Fool, is it Pupper? Who was that? Puffer? No, what was that? The Fool and the Sun card. Both of those cards, weren't they just so cute? That's who you really are, Gemini. You're like this cute. You have to be this cute and sweet. You have to keep up that cute and sweet energy, which is not hard. That's just you being yourself, guys. Just be yourself is pretty much what that is saying. Just be yourself and let go of the past experiences and, whatever limiting beliefs, arose from that. We have the Black Swan, mental anguish, shadow self, and time heals. This is wonderful, guys. I feel like, look, any relationships that you have that were impacted, I'm hearing, by this shadow self, I do see those healing. It says time heals. Perhaps, time has already passed. Regardless, guys, the relationships in your life, especially, okay, particularly those that were, affected in a negative way, I see you mending those relationships. I see those relationships harmonizing both in work and in your personal life, guys. Beautiful energy. And I'm hearing, and all of that, guys, is coming from simply, growing and expanding by recognizing, right? Shedding a light on the shadow self. Hold on a second, guys. All right, we have the polar bear. And then we have the bat. All right. This is the Star. Is it going to be easy? Nobody said it was going to be easy, okay? Nobody. But look, this says that, there is hope. I'm hearing, and where there is hope, there is a will, and there is a way. When I think about the polar bear, guys, I think about just savage conditions. Now, I'm not saying these are like necessarily going to be savage conditions, right? But I just feel like it's pointing out the fact that, it's not going to be a piece of cake. It's not going to be, you know, easy. It's going to require some work. The polar bear, guys, oh my God, this bear right here, it I feel like the polar bear medicine is all about endurance, guys, enduring during hard times, because that's what the bear does. It lives in these very, you know, savage conditions. Sometimes it doesn't even have food to eat because it has to hunt for its food. And unfortunately, because of global warming, its habitat is being destroyed. And it's not able to, you know, always find food. So it goes to bed hungry sometimes. So I guess what this is saying as well is like, listen, you're not always going to get what you want every time, okay? But that doesn't mean that you need to give up hope. No, it says you need to endure and you need to, you know, be like this polar bear and just keep going. You know, you're strong enough. It says healing hope, gifts from the Great Spirit. So do know that you yourself are going to be healing. Do have hope, okay? There's a lot of hope for the future. And it says gifts from the Great Spirit. So you're being spiritually guided at this time. Look into the polar bear spirit guide animal as well, guys. It's a beautiful energy. Look into it and allow this beautiful animal to inspire you, to guide you, to support you during these hard times, okay? We have the Hangman, and it's a bat. It says self-surrender, prophetic powers facing darkness. It's like you need to just surrender to what is happening, guys. And I feel like it could be very hard because there's a surrender that needs to happen, which is what? There's a release of control that needs to happen. And I feel like that's your biggest challenge, because the gorilla, if you could think about it, dominance and control. And you know, you might be doing that because you're like, I know better, right? Because that's what the gorilla does. The gorilla, it protects. That's one of its purpose, right? The gorilla, to protect its clan. But you know, this bat is just saying that, you know, you need to surrender control. You need to surrender control, guys. Knowing that you're not always going to be able to control anything, but there is one thing you can control, I'm hearing, and that is how you react, the energy it is that you put out, the thoughts in your head. All of those things are the stuff that you really need your time and your attention. And I'm hearing, and that's the purpose for this entire situation, my dear Gemini, is to shed light, I'm hearing, on those things that really need your time and your attention, and that are required for you to keep under control, I'm hearing, which is what is going on with you internally. So beautiful energy, guys. Look at that. Things are looking up. I do see you releasing control, and as a result, gaining a different perspective, guys. And I'm telling you, I think that perspective is just going to make all the difference. It's going to show you something that you didn't see before, okay, about your life, but about yourself. And that, guys, I'm telling you, it's going to just bring, I feel, a lot of really good things into your life with that Sun card, guys. Beautiful energy. And knowing, okay, with that Sun card being there from the very beginning, there's almost like a light there, okay, above you. Think like a really bright flashlight that's always following you around, okay? So do know that this month of November, or this time in general, it's like, you know, certain negative aspects of yourself are going to be highlighted. You're going to be made aware of them, okay? You're going to be able to see them. But listen, it's all a very good thing, okay? Beautiful energy. Now let's get some oracle cards for you to close the reading from the Animal Power deck. Gemini. Who is next? Gemini, then Libra, and then Aquarius. I started with fire and water signs this time around. All right, let's see. Closing message for my dear Gemini. If you want to book a reading with me, guys, you can do so by going to the link down below in the description box. It's going to take you to Votre, Voyage, tarot.com, where you could book a private reading with me. Boy, is your reading just on point and connected. Look, coyote. Look, you see that moon back there? Let's see what it says. Illuminate your illusions. Oh my God. Illuminate your illusions. Doesn't that go, guys? So you see your work, I'm telling you, there's going to be like a lot of triggers, guys. A lot of triggers this time around. It's okay. Listen, don't let that get you down, okay? Don't let that get, I don't even necessarily see it, maybe sometimes, you could fall back a little bit, but I'm hearing when you do fall back, and start feeling uncomfortable or sad or angry, whatever that shadow self is, it's a great time to stop and ask yourself, what illusion am I entertaining at this time that is making me feel this negative way? Because that's what's going on, guys. At the very least this time around, okay, whenever you're watching this reading, as well as the month of November and even going into December, every time you feel kind of down, sad, maybe even depressed, angry, any shadow aspects, okay, when they come out, it's because you're entertaining an illusion. It means that you're seeing something, you're not seeing clearly. You're perhaps seeing through the eyes of a wound, for example. So coyote, illuminate your illusions. It goes. Beautiful energy, guys. It really is. It's all about, again, it's all about perspective. This is wonderful, guys. It's all about the spiritual journey here, right? It's all about becoming illuminated. It's about, getting uncomfortable and diving deep and growing. And that's what I see you doing, my dear Gemini. Beautiful energy. All right, closing message. This is the self-care wisdom cards. Closing message for my dear Gemini. We have priorities. And then here we have a calendar and it says priorities. The quality of your life is determined by how you spend your time. Make sure your schedule reflects the life you want. The quality of your life is determined by how you spend your time. So this is bringing attention to how it is that you spend your time. Okay. So, make sure that, this month of November, you are, I don't necessarily want to say keep yourself busy, because that's not necessarily a good thing, especially not when you're doing like shadow work, right? Because your attention kind of needs to be on that. And there's a lot of moments of self-reflection that perhaps need a little bit of alone time. But I feel like, this priorities is just saying like, make sure you're taking care of what is important. I guess that's what I should say. Make sure you are taking care about what is important. The quality of your life is determined by how you spend your time. There's also, I'm hearing enrichment that needs to happen there in your life, my dear Gemini, which will require for you, I'm hearing, to fill up your calendar, perhaps with, certain, activities that are going to enrich your life in some way. Make sure your schedule reflects the life you want. Let's get another card. So what changes do you want to make in your life? Do you know that this November, your calendar, okay, will reflect those changes in what you're doing, okay, to create that change in your life. One more card for my dear Gemini. We have the authenticity. Live life for you, not the audience in your head. So this is all about you, okay? About being authentic to who it is that you are, being yourself, being your true self, and not being who others want you to be. Live life for you, not the audience in your head. This is what I have for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. As always, truly, it was an honor and my pleasure. You guys take care, okay? Bye-bye.